Okay, I got it. Alrighty, so after much deliberating and looking at these lists, it seems like we just said screw the list and just decided to do whatever we wanted. So we have Tyranitar here. He's a special tank. He's running Assault Vest, but he still does a lot of damage. We got Garchomp. Hopefully he's going to do a lot of damage. He's more of a Jolly build. We got Incineroar. Very standard Incineroar build with Rocky Helmet. We got Among Us in the team. That pairs really well with the Ursaluna and the Garganacl. Pretty much a very standard Among Us build. Garganacl itself, the hero, the champion, he's going to be playing very standard to what Garganacl plays. So like Ghost Terra with Salt Cure and Wide Guard, Protect. Pretty much just a very stally type Pokemon. Look how much of a Chad he looks like. Absolute legend. And then we got Ursaluna, the big bad boy itself. He's going to be playing very standard build with Hyper Voice, Blood Moon, Protect, big damage, Life Orb. So we're going to see how this plays out. And I'm pretty excited because I have a lot of my favorite Pokemon on this team. So I got like 3 of my favorites on this. So, well, hopefully it works well. All right, so this is going to be my first battle against David. He leads off with an interesting start. Mine's a little basic, to be honest. I feel like you see this in a lot of tournament play. We're going to lead off with a very strong opener, though, with Spore and Earth Power. Earth Power should one-shot Excadrill, unless he's using, like, Air Balloon. But in this case, he actually Terra Dragons, which is a little weird. The Terra Dragon is, I did the calculations, it's like a 6% chance to one hit with Earth Power. And his Earthquakes aren't doing much to me. I will say this, though, the Safeguard is annoying, because now my Spore doesn't work. I got lucky with the Earth Power, and just crit him. So yeah, better lucky than good. Could have been devastating if he had the Earth Power, but you see Spore just did nothing. He leads off with Incineroar now. I definitely want to get Among Us out of here, just because, you know, he just, too much things can go wrong. He has Fake Out available. Tyranitar can eat Fake Out and Extreme Speed very easily. I still don't know what this Dragonite has built. He seems like he might be like a supporter if he's running like Safeguard, but I feel like if he was, he probably would use Tailwind. But maybe he doesn't use it because my team's like really slow anyway to begin with. I go for Protect here. I was very surprised in Incineroar I went for Protect. It was a little confusing. So we're gonna see some people take some damage from Sand. I'm gonna go for the double Rock Slide. And I doubled into Dragonite thinking if he did swap, I wanted to just obliterate whatever came in. Which I thought he would swap, because Tyranitar obviously Rock Slide's pretty common, right? But yeah, he just stood in. It doesn't even one-shot him though, sadly enough. My Tyranitar is pretty bulky. I build him like a special defensor. So, with us like Assault Vest and stuff. So he's pretty tanky, so probably why I didn't kill. Blood Moon's going to finish off the Dragonite, obviously. So Incineroar is going to come right back out into the field. And this game is pretty much over. What I'm thinking here right now is, like, is there any way I could lose this? And I think the short answer is probably no. Like, I'd have to really mess up. I figured my Tyranitar, like, he already got, like, attack debuffed a few times here. I'm like, let me just pull out both my characters, because I like, if he's gonna go for a Fake Out anyway, like, it's again just kills my Ursaluna with him having to give up nothing seemingly for it. So it seemed like a pretty good swap in for me. So we got Among Us with my Garganacl, who's an absolute Chad. Just look at him. Alluring Voice, I did no, it would have done no damage to Tyranitar. Like, I'm not even sure. This is the Rank Ladder, but I've noticed the skill expression in the Rank Ladder is you play someone like me who the team's a bit lower power, I would say, or you play someone with a really insane team. I think this might be the former, though. We see here he goes for Flare Blitz. I'm surprised he didn't go Expanding. I think he just gave up at this point. Because Expanding Foresight Among Us would obviously killed me. Salt Cure is just going to finish off the Incineroar. And it's pretty much a wrap from here. Got Meowstic just going bye-bye here. So here you see the next battle. I'm thinking, okay, his team has a lot of powerhouses in it. I'm afraid of his Among Us Ursaluna, so I lead off with my Among Us Ursaluna. See if we can battle that. But it looks like he's leading off with Koraidon. Interesting. I end up going Blood Moon on Koraidon because I'm like, this guy can really mess me up if, like, my team is really weak against Koraidon. So I'm like, let me just go for a massive Blood Moon on him. And just go like Rage Powder so he can't attack anyone else. So that's what we're going to do here. Got my little diamond hat on. How do you guys feel about terrestrialization, like the way it looks? I feel like it looks really dorky, to be honest. But it looks like we're both going for the same play, seemingly. But he goes U-turn. And, like, Koraidon using U-turns really, I feel like, kind of weird, isn't it? So I'm thinking, like, maybe the Koraidon's, like, Choice Band, because that U-turn did a lot of damage. And speaking of a lot of damage, Rillaboom just evaporates from the planet. I just absolutely decimate this Rillaboom. But I also take an enormous amount of damage from Hyper Voice. So we cannot allow that Ursaluna to do that again. Funny enough, I'm pretty positive. I don't know if you guys have been catching it. I thought I had Hyper Voice on my Ursaluna, but I had the wrong move on him. I have Uproar. Which is a really silly mistake. Here, I'm just like thinking, I'm like, okay, we just go double protect to build up another Blood Moon. Interestingly enough, he's obviously gonna... He actually goes for another U-turn play. Pretty interesting. But I'm pretty... I'm like almost positive, like, this guy is playing Choice Band, but he actually does make a huge misplay here that would actually like cost me the game, I think, for the most part. So here I'm actually going Blood Moon into the Ursaluna, and I'm gonna swap my Among Us with Tyranitar, and I'm doing this to get Regenerator on an Among Us because I think I'm gonna need him later to fight Koraidon. I thought Koraidon, there's a chance that he could just use U-turn on my Blood Moon and I would have been cooked. But he chose to actually just go for the Among Us again. So it allowed me to pretty much just one-shot his Ursaluna with this Blood Moon. Which just kind of showcases how good Ursaluna is. Because she just like solos this entire game. So now he has his Lunala, and he's bringing out Koraidon. My Ursaluna, funny enough, he stays alive in the sand just because of the grass that he gave me, which is really funny. So here we go, Protect, and we're going to swap back into Among Us, because I feel like he's going to read it and try and just one-shot my Tyranitar. Which is kind of disrespectful. I feel like this Ursaluna just ran rampant because he wasn't respecting what he can do, you know? It's pretty gross. Right there. Took like no damage. Did protect myself against the Moonblast, which I don't think would have done that much damage to Among Us, but who knows. And then here we go for Blood Moon and Koraidon because he's the biggest issue. And this time he can't do anything because I Rage Powder. So he's just cooked because Koraidon isn't running anything else. He has to keep going Collision Course because he's Choice Banded. I'm pretty sure he's Choice Banded. And Among Us finally dies. But here we go. We're just going to Blood Moon him and he's going to get evaporated from the planet. Boom. Alright, and then now we're going to send out... I think I send out Tyranitar again, even though my guy's like super low and the sand's probably going to kill him. Just because, like, I know he doesn't really have much going for him anyway at this point. Like, he's just gonna die. So here's actually a big misplay. I go for the protect when I should have gone for Blood Moon, because if he went Tyranitar and for some reason Tyranitar died from a crit or something, I would at least Lucian Luna would have took him out. You know what I mean? So that was a misplay. I probably should have just went double battle. So yeah, I went 6 wins and 10 losses. Not great, but honestly, I was kind of expecting that. I really don't know the fundamentals of VGC yet. I really don't understand the team building, and I definitely don't know what to bring for each matchup. Like, when I see my opponent has 6 Pokemon, I try and predict what they're bringing, but for some reason I'm, like, wildly off. So maybe there's something I'm missing there. But that's exactly why I'm doing this, because I can really tell the more I play, the more I'm starting to understand. So the next video, we're going to be fixing this team. We're learning what works, what doesn't work, and we're going to actually try to improve. Because right now, this team's not it. Even though I really love the Pokemon on this team, because Tyranitar is one of my favorite and all that, and Garganacl, I love him. Just not performing very well. But we're getting there. And if you want to see how far I can actually take this, subscribe, because this is just the beginning of the channel.